Lace them up, folks, and lace them tight. You're on the John Fredericks Media Network. Great to have you with us. We're all over the place, but we're here with you, and that's the main thing. And this is a community, and it is Friday. And so thanks for being with us. We got a great show for you today. Lace them up and lace them tight. If you look at the events of yesterday, it is stunning what the Democrats have done. They put out a 90-second video with 6 elected Democrat officials in the federal legislature, senators and congresspeople, telling the military and intelligence agencies to defy the president's orders. If they say they're illegal, you should defy them. You should ignore them. Never in my lifetime did I think the Democrats would steep now to this level. What have I been telling you for a year, for 3 years now? 3 years. There is no coming back together. There is no kumbaya. There is no peace agreement between the two factions in this country. It is impossible. You'll never put it back together. There's only two things. There is a winner and there is a loser. And that is it. The communists have taken over New York City. The communist mayor is coming to the White House today at 2:00. They have taken over New York City. They have taken over cities across the country. Communist, radical Muslims, Sharia law, call it whatever you want. They are taking over major cities. They took over London. They now control the two financial centers of the globe, London and New York City. It is stunning what has happened and the speed with which this has come. So if you're sitting around on your butt, you better duff it off, because by golly, we got a fight on our hands. And if you look at this video, which I'm going to play in a second, I want you to listen to this. If you're just on radio or TV, you can watch it. Listen to what the Democrats are telling the military to do, and then ask yourself, why the timing now? Now we got another judge in Washington, D.C. district just says, well, can't send, got to get the federal troops out, the National Guard out, they're illegal. Oh, screw you. Then she gave a 21 days to implement it, because they know the Trump administration will appeal it and win in the first day on appeal, because according to the Constitution, the federal government controls the district. I mean, what is going on here is crazy. I mean, you got this thing in Virginia. We're going to get into that. We got a lot to go on today. Got Derek Dooley running for Senate. It's going to be on with us at 8:05. This is really one of his first big interviews. So we're looking forward to that. We've got questions for him, and we got all that coming up. But right now, folks, I was at the White House press briefing yesterday, and this engulfed it. And I'm going to play some of Caroline Levitt's. Also, you can, I go there and I do a video immediately. You can follow me on TikTok and all the social media, Instagram, YouTube. It's all there at JF Radio Show, at JF Radio Show. You can follow me on social media. But let's get to this video. 90 seconds. Incredible. Roll the tape.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris Deluzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow.
I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
And the intelligence community.
Who take risks each day
To keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals
against American citizens.
like us. You all swore an oath.
To protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
But from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law.
or our Constitution.
We know this is hard.
and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
In the Army,
Our Navy,
The Air Force.
Your vigilance is critical.
and know that we have your back.
because now, more than ever,
The American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws.
our Constitution,
And who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
don't give up.
don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
Unfriggin' believable. Every single one of these clowns either has a military or intel background before they got to Congress, House or Senate. So they know what they're talking about. They know what they're saying. They understand what this video meant. And if you go to the end, one of the congressmen said, "You must." The other said, "You should. You must disobey an illegal order." Now, let me tell you why that one word "must" from that congressman is so critical to this. You must is a threat. They're threatening everybody. They're saying, when we take over, if you did something that we don't think was legal, whether it is or isn't, you will be prosecuted and you will go to jail. Because we're going to have the power back. We're getting it back. And when we do, you're all going down. Trump, cabinet members, Caroline Leavitt, you name it. Me, anybody with a talk show, anybody that was part of this, you're all going down. We're going to investigate you into oblivion. You must disobey the president. This is incredible. I mean, wake up, folks, and smell the coffee. I mean, this is sedition, insurrection. I mean, you have chaos. There's one chain of command. You have a commander in chief. What do you mean? It's back to he's not my president. It's beyond, I think Marsha Blackburn yesterday called it Trump derangement syndrome to the power of 4 or something. That's way beyond this. This is an act of insurrection sedition. This is basically calling for a civil war, as far as I'm concerned. This is basically calling for a revolution. It is incredible. If we got to fight and win these midterms. Now, I want to get your calls on this, 888-480-JOHN. I'm just shocked by this. Before I do that, let's go to, and phone lines are open. I mean, these are one of these days where everybody's got to weigh in on this. I got to know what you guys are thinking. 888-480-JOHN, 888-480-5646. President Trump put a Truth Social out and said, this is treason, punishable by death. I mean, I know it was a little over the top, but he's right. This is absolute treason. Defy the president. Defy your orders. This is no different than Milley telling his Chinese counterpart, don't worry, I got your back. If Trump orders something, I'll cancel it. I mean, this is insane. You don't want to get riled up here on a Friday, but my goodness gracious. It's incredible. And here's, I'm going to get to your calls here in a second. Here's Andrew Cuomo yesterday on, what's he on? News Nation, absolutely blasting this. Roll it, too. Take a listen.
Right or wrong? This? Wrong. All day long. He's MAGA. Shut up. This is the truth. Okay? Saying what they said is not even close to illegal. It is not even close to any legal or logical definition of treason. And if you watch this show, I said last night when it came out, it was wrong to put the duty to check a president on the troops. It's on you. You have a constitutional duty. What an ugly irony that it's members of Congress asking this. It should be citizens who might be asking that. You're supposed to check. It's why you raised your right hand. But what is it about now? They're looking for a fight. Why? Because you want them to. Because you want a muscular response to Trump. You want him to stop walking all over you. You want him to stop getting away with everything and him calling the game all the time and controlling everything. You want a muscular response. That's why you want Newsom on Twitter, acting like fools. We're all acting like fools. Why? Because I guess we don't know any better anymore. But I know we're playing with fire, and I know worse is to come on this course. I don't like it. I don't want it. I will leave my family. I will enter unsafe conditions to cover it. But if we don't reset and fast, we are asking for big trouble, okay?
He nailed it. This is beyond, things are going on here that are beyond the canyon of reasonability. And Cuomo nailed it. This is the beginning. I mean, what you saw yesterday from members of Congress in the United States of America is open act of sedition, insurrection, revolution. Now, I don't know, is it illegal? He says it's not what they did. Fine. I'll let the lawyers figure that out. But I'll tell you what, you put that video out and you basically tell the military you must defy an order of your commander in chief or anybody in an agency, defy an illegal order. You must, or what? Or what? That's what they didn't answer. Or what? The what is ugly. The what is civil unrest beyond what you can imagine right now. This is not good. That thing was, it's one thing for, like he said, Newsom to put out a stupid, tweets. He looks like a fool, okay? He looks like a fool. You want to make a fool of yourself, fine. These are former people that have military and CIA backgrounds telling agencies and troops to not do what the president commands you to do, to basically, if you get a military order and you don't feel it's legal for whatever reason, even though you're not a lawyer, you shouldn't do it. Somebody just said in the chat here, in the X chat, be ready when Jesus Christ comes back. Genesis 3:15, Acts 2:38, John 3:5. Hey, I think you're onto something. I mean, if there was ever going to be an Armageddon, here it is, right? Unbelievable. All right, I'm going to get to your calls. I just can't believe this. And we'll talk about the jobs report in a minute, which is phenomenal. And I feel I had dinner with some people last night. I feel a little bit better about keeping the house. All right, we got a lot of calls here. Let's get to Mike in Chester, line 1. Mike, you're live.
Good morning, John. How are you?
Good, Mike.
I know you're beyond pissed, but I feel the same way. But I have a real strong feeling that this all goes back to these judges. These judges that were really totally unqualified and had no basis to be named judges now think they're little dictators and they can call the shots and ask for whatever they want. And whether it's legal or not, they just say, well, somebody else will sort that out. But this is what I see as the way things need to move forward. And this deal with these people in the military, can you imagine crashing the beach in Normandy and people go, well, this isn't such a good idea, and I don't think I'm going to go. I mean, that's not the way the military works. I mean, it's one team pushing one thing, moving forward with it. You can't have all this dissent. I mean, that's not what you signed up for.
Well, I agree with you on the judges. The whole thing is out of control. I mean, right now, the congressional maps depend on judges. Everything we do depends on judges. I mean, I live in the safest city in America, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, some rogue judge says, oh, you can't send troops here. It's illegal. Hey, screw you. They're keeping me safe. I mean, I went on the metro last night with Ann out to dinner from one end of the city to the other, got back at 9:00. Not troops are there in the metro station. Not a worry in the world. Nobody jumping the turnstiles, nothing. completely clean, safe, and ready to roll and get on with your life because you're safe. Now they want to take them out because some judge says they're illegal. Like, screw you. But that's what it is. Rogue, libtard, unqualified judges running the country, carrying the Democrats' water. I think this video they put out, I didn't feel good about the midterms yesterday morning. I really didn't. What a difference a day makes. I feel really good now for a lot of reasons I'll get into in a couple of minutes. But Mike, you're right. I don't see how you get back. How do you get back from any of this? Just how do you get back? Defy the president? You must. Think what this guy said. You must. Know what that is? That's a threat. That's a threat, dude. That's a threat. You must is a threat. All right, Mike, final word. Anything else?
I got a quick one. You remember yesterday they were talking, I can't remember which segment you had, but they were talking about ways for us to take back Virginia and how they had some missteps as far as the campaigns go.
Yeah.
You know, as much as the Democrats drive abortion up our butt, why don't we do the same thing with gun control? That's how you get those people out in the southwestern part of Virginia. You can say a lot of stuff, but you can take my gun away, hell to pay, buddy.
I tell you what, they got to do something. I mean, they really, the Winsome Sears campaign had no coherent message. We all know that. And if you're going to beat this amendment, you better get a message. And the one they're working on right now is a failure. It's good governance. It's Democrats and Republicans getting on a committee, getting a coalition together and saying that, you know, we should have fair maps. That's not going to get anybody out. That's not. What's going to get you out is just what you said. You got to go to Southwest Virginia and you got to say two things. Number one, they're going to take every gun you've ever thought you have or thought about taking. And number two, they're screwing your guy Trump. That's it. But they're not going to do that. It's going to be good governance, whatever the hell that is. That's like sending a social worker to a tank fight. They got a tank. I got a social worker with a pen and a pad. I mean, stop, okay? Ridiculous. Mike, thanks. Rob, New York, line 2. Rob, you're live.
Good morning, John.
Good morning,
You
Rob.
there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there you are. Okay, two things I want to say what you just said. This is a multifaceted problem. Problem number one is that this is a dog whistle for the Civil War, as you just pointed out. And problem two is I hope the Republicans, whoever is in charge right now of keeping the House in 2026, you just put this is open season on you guys, because you're right. It won't stop with the impeachment of Trump on day 3. They're going to go after everybody. And they'll keep going after them. They'll keep going for heads. And then when they leave office and at the end of 2028, this is ridiculous. We're going to have military tribunals. These guys are insane. And they're the ones accusing the right of suspending the Constitution. We just saw at least 3 felonies, serious felonies with that video: sedition, treason, and insurrection. And I'm sure someone can tack on one more, some of you attorneys out there. This is so dangerous. And what's our response? We're fighting over stupidity. Over this one tweeting that and the other thing, and litmus tests over the other stuff, the same stuff I mention every day when I call, or every time when I call. What the hell is going on here?
I think if anything the Democrats have done, I don't know what the thinking was here. I don't know really what the analysis of this was or the strategy, but I really believe this is a bridge way too far. I mean, we've had a tough week with a lot of crazy stuff. You had the Marjorie Taylor Greene press conference, basically inferring the president was a traitor. That was too far for me. Now you've got this video. Basically, you take that word, you must. That means if you don't, there'll be consequences. I mean, they're going to try and I don't know what the word is, arrest every single member cabinet. Hegseth, Linda McMahon, right on down. Doesn't matter who you are. Everyone right on down. Tulsi Gabbard, all of them. Rubio, they want them all in jail. Anybody that's in the administration, Stephen Miller, all of them. You, me, where's this end? This is beyond Trump.
And what bothers
This is beyond, it's like Cuomo said. This is just bringing us to a dangerous place. Very dangerous and scary.
and I never thought I would agree with the Cuomo, but Chris was right on that. And the other thing too, it's mind-boggling. And here we are, we're coming up on almost a year in office, and we got one Democrat who's been indicted, the one who was stealing from FEMA.
Yeah, we do nothing. We do nothing. Look, we're never going to do anything. Bondi's not going to do anything because it's not in our nature. Like, we don't like doing that stuff. So now I've now thrown my hands up. I mean, now I'm just focused on the economy. We got to improve the economy when these midterms, Rob. And I'll talk about that in a minute when I talk about the jobs report, Rob. Thank you for your call. Phone lines are loaded. 888-480-JOHN. Rob, have a great weekend. Cindy, DC, line 3. Cindy, you're live. Okay, no Cindy. Larry Richmond, line 1. Larry, you're live.
Morning, John. You just hit the nail on the head. The Republicans are not doing anything. If I was Speaker of the House, I would have censured those the Democrats that were in the House of Representatives that came out with that video. They would have been automatically censored. You know good and well, if any of the Republicans had done that in the last 4 years, they would be sitting under the jail, period. They've already arrested them. They were brought up charges on them and everything. And like you said, we're not going to do anything. But the citizenry, we're going to have to depend on Joe's six-pack and Mary's six-pack to take care of this. We really are. Because if our elected officials are not going to tamper this down and legally the way they should be done, it's going to take the citizenry like we did 250 years ago. And if they think that's not going to happen, they should have came down here, and I think it's back in 2000 when we had a peaceful protest about our Second Amendment rights in the city of Richmond.
I was there.
50,000 of us, men and women,
Yep, I was there.
Were peacefully walking with our sidearms. That's what's going to take. If our elected officials won't do the job, the citizens going to have to. I mean, that's what built this country in the first place, unless they're going to have to rebuild it the same way.
Well, listen.
And, unfortunately, we've got to do that. But we have these spineless pieces of crap that are in our government right now that have gotten so used to having all their little kickbacks from all these lobbyists and everything. And, it's almost time to just do a reset, in my opinion, because if we're going to have our elected officials call for the military to disobey direct orders just because they don't like who's in office right then, I mean, that's we're heading down the same road, that they did in 1860s, and it's not this one's not going to be it's going to be worse than what it was in 1860. It's not going to be about race, because I always heard that the next civil war is going to be about race. It's not. It's going to be against the government and the citizenry. And Lord help the military people who are serving right now. We have to make that decision.
Larry, they're playing with fire. I mean, I was there for the Second Amendment rally. I was up on the rooftop of the Commonwealth Hotel covering it. There were 50,000 people. At the end of the day, when everybody was gone, that area of the city was in Richmond was cleaner than it's been in 100 years. I mean, it was you could have had a picnic out on the street. It was that clean, because that's the way we roll, right? So you're right on everything. This is not good. Larry, thank you. You mentioned what if a Republican did it? Let's hear what Caroline Levitt had to say about that yesterday.
Brian.
Thank you, Carolyn. Two questions. We were talking about earlier in this briefing about the president's orders. You were going back and forth about what the ad said, what it didn't say. My first question is
the ad,
the advertisement that the Senate Democrats were featured in. So my first question is, no matter what the order is, it could be to any administration official, military or otherwise, no matter if legal experts might think it's illegal, does the president expect those cabinet members, administration officials to go ahead with those orders regardless of any outside thinking or experts?
The president expects his cabinet officials and the administration to follow the law and to demand accountability and hold people accountable for their dangerous rhetoric. And I would just add that if this were Republican members of Congress who were encouraging members of the military and members of our United States government to defy orders from the president and from the chain of command, this entire room would be up in arms. But instead, it is the other way around, and I think that's quite telling. I'm going to let you all go because the president, excuse me, the president, I appreciate the...
Oh, we're good. Okay, let's get, that she said, like Larry said, just to say, if a Republican did this, that room would have gone berserk. Instead, they're defending the video. This is why I go there. It's just, you know what? I don't know how long I can continue to do this. Going in there is so distasteful to me with what I'm surrounded with. Okay, let's get to, let's see who we got here. John in New Jersey, line 4. John, you're live.
Hey, John, how you doing? Listen, we have to keep the focus on the Democrats. I'm listening to the calls that everybody, of course, it's like we're trained SEALs. Everybody's sitting here starting already to blame the Republicans for not doing the response. Let's keep the focus on who actually did this. And that's exactly what the media is trying to do. They're trying to, not that these insane representatives basically committed a crime, they're moving it to Trump's response to their crime. And that's the trick of the media. The bottom line is these people seem to forget that Trump won in a landslide. Not just the people against Trump, but the people for Trump, number one. And the second thing is these representatives raised their right hand and took an oath to defend the Constitution, which, defying the president and commander-in-chief's orders can't be part of that. So, what we need to do is we need to act and hold people responsible. It's that simple. I don't understand why, they can't wrap their head around this, but that's all we're looking for is responsibility for actions. That's it. But let's just keep the focus on these rogue Democrats. And what this is in the end, it's Marxism. Communist Marxist, and this is what it is. And, there's a serious problem. And, people better wake up because these people aren't fooling around anymore. And that's all I have to say about that.
I agree with that,
Thank
Johnny,
you,
and I think that video gives you clarity. I always say, I always say to myself, when I get up here and come on, speak boldly and plainly and cogently. That's what I try to do. That was bold, and that was plain, and that was cogent. And basically what that said is, we're ready for a revolution. That's what they said. We will defy the commander-in-chief that won in a landslide. We don't care that a majority of Americans voted for him, even though we tried to cheat. We don't care. It's our way, or you're going to jail, and we will get power. And I'm going to play AOC's clip in a minute because she doubled down on the whole thing. And she's going to be the Democrat nominee in 2028. Make no doubt about it. She'll beat Newsom, who's a freaking clown. Let's get to Brendan in Virginia, line 2. Brendan, you're live.
Hey, this is Brandon. Hey, I'd really like to comment on this. I'm in the military. I've been in the military for coming up on 20 years in April, and I am completely outraged by this. In a time of war, if you were deployed in the over in Iraq, Afghanistan, wherever you were, if you were to defy the orders of your commanding officer or an NCO or anything like that, it is in the UCMJ giving the NCO or the commanding officer to shoot them on the spot. That is the truth, and that's a scary thing to allow these libtards to say, go ahead and defy them. That is absurd. That is treason. These guys should be impeached. They should be nowhere near anything that has to do with politics, and like they should be thrown in jail. That is, you're giving them the opportunity to revolt against their leadership. That is insane to me, and they should be absolutely removed. And it's everything that's been going on in our country for the last 10 months is just everything that comes out of a libtard's mouth is absurd. And I'm telling you, I can't take much more of this. It is insane what's going on in our country now.
Well, they laid the gauntlet down. And Brendan, you nailed it. 888-480-JOHN. You want to call in and weigh in. Brendan nailed it. I mean, this is they're basically calling for a revolution. I mean, it's what they're calling for. I don't even know how to even spin this thing. And where did it come from? Like, what did they get up one day and said, let's put a video out telling troops and other members of the United States governing apparatus to defy the orders of the commander-in-chief who won in a landslide because we don't like him? I mean, like, did they like get drunk one night or smoke weed or something and concoct this? And if you're Mark Kelly or any of these people and you're looking at this video, is this really what is this? I mean, do you realize what you just did and the brazen nature of it? You must defy the order or else you will be held accountable. Let me finish the sentence for what he said. You must be held accountable or else. No, you must defy the order or else you will be held accountable. There will be consequences and we will find you, we will get you, and we will jail you. That's the other part of his sentence that they cut out of the video. You must defy the president. These are the same people running around saying, oh, Trump's the king, fascism, democracy. And you just put this video out. Greg, Georgia, line 1. Greg, you're live.
Hey, John. Republicans are like a T-ball team, and they bunt. And they probably strike out.
Okay, hang on. Okay, we got to go. Greg, we got to go to the top of the hour. Do not go away, Greg. And Tyler, I got to get a cup of coffee here. Well, they're a T-ball team and they bunt. Okay, that is the best line ever. We got to go to the top of the hour. Greg, don't even think about hanging up, Greg. Do not hang up.